is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's it going? I'm here. Welcome to the AmSim show. And do I have my tuner? What the fuck? Where did I put my tuner? Well, that's not cool, man. I have to use my old one. The old one's okay. So that's fine. We'll make it work. How's it going, everybody? My name is Tyler, and welcome to the AmSim show. Today we have a wonderful, fun, unexpected show for you. Well, excuse me. Me some burpsies today. We're hanging out. We're going to be checking out the upcoming brand new Mr.Hector V2. And I'm going to be doing Core Blade and some Nembrini audio tomorrow. Just in case everybody's wondering, it's going to be a Core Blade, the brand new Hughes and Kettner Core Blade over at Nembrini Audio. And there's an affiliate program now. That's pretty cool. I like affiliate programs. They make creators a few extra bucks. Ton guitar. How's it going? Nice to see you. And just going to let the boys know that we are on. We are live with Hector. Oh, Hector. Hector and his spoon engines. If anybody gets that, tell me right away. Yep, today we're going to be hanging out with this guy right here. This is the new Hector. And the reason that new Hector exists is because, for lack of a better term, old Hector didn't really get the job done. They knew it. You guys knew it. I knew it. I still like it. I still liked it for what it was, and the tones that it provided weren't bad by any means. It's just not... It wasn't like when the Diamond sound came out, it set the bar higher. And I think Aurora DSP knew that, and we had a conversation about it at the release of Diamond sound. And I'm not saying that this came from that, but... it helps when we talk about things in front of developers, and when developers, and I think Daniel, and it's super late in Poland, but I think Daniel's going to drop in today. Now we have, this is the new catch. There's a new pedal section. You have Drive Mysterio, fun. Drive Mysterio, as it's been explained to me, is sort of a modified Earthquaker Devices plumes in the first position, in the first mod switch position. So we're going to set that up as we go through here. Volume, tone ski, gain back, but up. We've got a fuzz pedal that is an original creation by Daniel himself. We have the third pedal here that I don't know a whole hell of a lot about. And then we've got the 6-band EQ, which we all know is very, very handy. Pedro, how are you? Nice to see you. Also new to the plugin, we've got the Beast. This is a little amp called the Beast 30, and this is also coming along with Hector V2. Pretty damn cool. 2 amps in one. Winning. We have 6 cabinets. 6. We have the DS412, the DS412 XL. I'm not going to do both sides at every time. Let's just do it. Okay. Also, the OS 412. The OS 212, the GL 412, and the DMN 412, which I know nothing about. But we're going to start with the DMN, because I don't know much about this. I'm going to be doing some presets for this bad boy over the weekend. Very excited about that. Could not be more excited about it, in fact. And I love doing presets, guys. It's one of my favorite things about working in this industry is doing presets, and always has been. I get paid to do cool presets for a lot of different developers, actually. I have for years now, and it's a super fun thing to do. Now, we also have the standard selection of awesomeness in the middle here. You've got a limiter. You've got a limiter. You've got the L2 Aura, which is here. That's its own plugin. It's funny because they've gone and put some really rad plugins that they have for sale otherwise right in here. And we've got an EQ, and we've got your effects. So this makes it an all-in-one. You don't have to bypass anything, and this post-effects section actually becomes useful. The reason being is With this, you can make it mix ready. With most other plugins that don't give you the option of doing an actual a real EQ, they give you, just maybe they'll give you like a 10 band or something like that. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for high pass, low pass filters is what I want to put in here if I'm mixing with this plugin. So I don't have to bypass anything, and I don't have to use my own selection of, delays and reverbs. How's it going, Bo? How's it going, everybody? Interesting. I couldn't even find the stream in the search today. Usually I just search and the first thing that comes up. So I think something is fucking with us here. I swear a lot. I've been doing some reading. Why are my numbers going down in a sense? And yeah, there's algorithms that if you swear too much or say those certain words too often, it literally pushes you down the bench. So yeah, interesting. So we're going to go completely from scratch-ola here. I'm going to try the Beast first as sort of an hepatizer. Let's see what we got here. Keep in mind this is a beta, folks. I want to be very clear. When things are in beta, this is still a very late beta. Okay? So we're going to kind of dick around with this a bit. And that input is hot, hot, hot! Still hot. Still hot. That's not bad. I like the scooped nature of this amp right off the bat. Could it be the cab? Is it the amp? I have no idea. But still. This sounds pretty good. This is the Little Beast 30, and I haven't even got a pedal going yet. Let's get a pedal going. I like it. I'm gonna mix two songs together right now. Trying to mix a Metallica and Motley Crue together. Metallica Crew. No, that wouldn't work. This does sound good. It's nice and crunchy. We're starting off, by the way, with the Laboga the Beast 30 Watt Plus. This thing is cool, really cool. Let's see what the character, I don't know what any of this stuff does. I am trying to learn as we go here. Wow, that's only 5 in the game? Okay. So it's got treble bass in game, but there's no mid. Oh, I see. There's just a mid switch. One makes it more scooped than it was before. Sweet. Let's check out these cabs while we're at it. This is, as mentioned, the DMN 412. And we've got a 57 and a 121. Going in here gives you a few options for mics. You've got the 421, 121, 57, and 47, which is a pretty nice selection. Now, if I want to start messing with things, I can just start using different cabinets. I want to try this OS 412 along with it. Super crunchy without even adding a pedal to it. That's pretty awesome. So what do we got here? It sounds pretty solid to me. Mastodon vibes, Colony of the Birchmen. Really? I'm not a big enough Mastodon fan to be able to like I'm a fan, and I've been a fan, like, we'll call it an admirer. I'm not a huge fan of Mastodon, but I also don't dislike the band either. All right. Character, what's the character switch? Or is character only for the clean? I think it's probably only for the clean. Yeah, that's only for clean. That's a tease. I want to know what character does for distortion as well. A lot of headroom, I'm noticing. Lots of headroom in the low end and the top end. Clear gain too. Like this is really nice, and we're only on the hepatizer. I'm trying not to do as many accents. I don't want to offend anybody, but to be completely 100% honest, my Quebecois accent is only going to rattle the people that I don't care if they're rattled or not. Anyways, it's a complicated relationship between the Anglophones and the Francophones in Canada. It's a complicated relationship. All right, I'm really liking these cabs. Let's see what we got here. It's just, we're gonna kind of just stroll around. So I'm noticing the output is hot, hot, hot. So let's bring that back. Interesting. I'm hearing something. Let's hear this fuzz. I'm gonna need some clean tone for that, though. Where's the channel switch on this thing? There it is. Actually, I'm going to turn this off. We're just going to get a listen on this clean tone before we start messing with it. This sounds really promising, though. Character. Adds twang. Sounds pretty good. It's not really, it's clean-ish. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's fully clean, but I wouldn't say it's not cleaner than the other side of this amp. I mean, although the Beast kind of just doesn't sound like an amp that's supposed to be fully... Oh, wait, I had crunch on, didn't I? No, I did. I had crunch on. That was my mistake. I kind of looked at the switch and okay, so we're good now. Let's see what we got here for clean. All right, now that's very clean. That's much better. Okay, so there's only one control here, though. So, yeah, I'm going to go all the way right. Oh, wait, I see. So, hang on a second. All right, I'm a little confused here. Because I see this clean and drive separate, and I'm thinking to myself, the EQ is probably not shared because of that. But nope, that's not correct at all. Oh, it's very much there. Okay, so yeah, so the EQ is in play. I see. Still very simplistic. Nice. How's everybody doing, by the way? We have been slower lately. I'm not 100% sure that we really know. Well, today's pretty quick, though. 9 people today. Nice to see you, everybody. Once again, my name is Tyler, and we are taking a pre-release look at the a release candidate beta. And if you don't know what a release candidate is, we could talk to you about that. Essentially, when you get betas, beta is an unfinished plugin, and pre-release means that typically you're using a beta. Now, there are also alpha plugins. Now, an alpha, it typically doesn't have any graphics. An alpha just gives you, you'll see like just a basic black and white with faders, something very simplistic that the developer has to just kind of work things out prior to adding graphics. However, some developers also like doing the graphics first and then just kind of literally, it's almost like mixing as you go. If that makes any sense. When you guys mastering as you mix, that's sort of a thing. This is sort of like something kind of similar where, you make the graphic and then you sort of add the code to the graphic, etc., etc. A release candidate means that you are far enough along in the beta stage where a lot of the bugs have been removed. Things have been streamlined. It's been tested. You've figured out all the little things, and they'll say RC. This would be, in my opinion, a release candidate, although it doesn't say that on the beta. Is Daniel in the chat? Daniel might be here. I'm not sure. He might be lurking. Daniel, if you're here, is this a release candidate? I really like the clean here. I'm really interested to create some clean presets with this. The cleans are good. And Ton, I know you like your clean tones. That's why. And I'm not even using what I would call like the better clean cabinet. This OS 212 is also really nice for clean. Sounds nice. And it's bone dry, folks, like bone dry. We add a little bit of the nice verb to it. Let's see what else we can chime up here. Very nice. And I didn't really take the time to do much of anything to the delays or the verbs here. Although I would actually do something along those lines. There's nothing wrong with Prince at all. I'm not a huge Prince fan, like, of his music, but as him as a person, of who he was, to be able to go into your own studio, like, just to wrap your mind around this, just to be able to go into your own studio and play literally every single possible instrument on every song on your album, basically. I don't think he played horns, but he did have some horns, but he played everything, man. That dude played almost everything. He played the drums on his albums. He played lots of different things on his albums, and the dude could fucking shred. The dude could absolutely shred. And so and not only that, but then be able to take it to your lavish, amazing studio and be able to, and just, mix and track, mix and master it all by yourself if you wanted to. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of admiration for that man right there. That's sounding really nice. Come on! Oh, I'm definitely getting dinged for a copyright for this one. Oh my god, the algorithm heard 4.5 seconds of Slayer. Better demonetize it. So lame. It's one of the lamest things about YouTube. Although I don't really care about monetizing these streams, I will be monetizing pre-recorded stuff soon enough. One of my plans for this summer. Essentially, I had a bunch of it done and realized one thing. I had a few things done, and I had to start all over because I realized I had screwed something up. And then when I tried viewing it on a larger screen like my TV, it looked like garbage, and I had screwed something up somewhere. So I had to go back and redo a bunch of stuff. Got very discouraged, and it just doesn't have the same feel as when you do it live, right? Like, I like doing things live, guys. You guys know that about me. Bring it on. All right, let's go to the crown jewel. Let's go to Hector. Here's the new Mr. Hector, and we're going to bring the master down. And now Daniel had some notes here. I just want to make sure that get it all done. Yes, sir. Live now. Thank you. All right. Hold on. All good now. Okay. Now, Daniel, here's what Daniel had to say. Oh, wow. I went way too far back, guys. Way too far back. Okay. Lead channel volume. Lead channel volume. The higher you set it, the more signal. Okay, I see. Okay, we're gonna try starting with the lead channel, which I do with channel select. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, let's try with the DMN cabinet. I was very interested to try this. Yeah, and it sounds just as awesome as I thought it was going to sound. Perfect. We're getting somewhere now. That is with no pedals on? Good God, that's tight. Sorry, that's super tight as it is. Like, I'm not even using a pedal right now, which is just insane to me. So one of the things about the lead channel volume, the higher you set this, the more the signal gets compressed and the darker the sound becomes. For a brighter tone, keep the lead level low and keep the master high, which is what we're doing right now. This is unlike most amps that you might see. It's not typically what I'm used to, but like it sounds pretty awesome. So let's just keep the lead volume a bit low and work with our master here and see what we got. Now, this already sounds 50 times better than the last Hector. Again, not that I wasn't a fan of that one, because I did say in several streams that I did like it. I do like it. This smokes it. The only thing I'm missing a little bit is the unified preamp. I really like that unified preamp. It's a freebie. But 4 pedals is already kind of a lot. So, I mean, either way, it's pretty cool. Let's try this pedal out. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know. This is the Muertes. What's it say? Hang on here. I am just okay. Santa Muerte. Pedal is my design. It's a clipper with a bright push. So that's interesting. Yeah, this actually sounds like the real Hector. That's the thing. That last one didn't. I didn't really find it sounded a lot like the Mr.Hector. But this one definitely sounds like the Laboga Mr.Hector. Nice. It sounds really good, guys. It feels good too, which is what I've been noticing. This is no pedals at all. Very chimey. It's still really like the note clarity is nuts. I've always felt that the Mr. Hector sounded better scooped, so we're going to scoop it out a bit. I'm not going to be here for a super long time today, guys. It's going to be about, I don't know, I was a bit late because I had some installation issues. But I figure I'll be here for about an hour and a bit. We're just going to hang out, give you guys a pre-release look at what this will be. And then things need to happen. Things need to happen around the house. Wow, that's beefy. Super beefy. That'll be the clean. Bump it up, ba-dum, bump it up, ba-dum. Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked about this. See, I was always told that Mr. Hector was like the poor man's rectifier, but then somebody, and I've always likened the tone that came out of a Mr. Hector to a rectifier. But then people told me otherwise. They said it's something of a Marshall clone of some sort, or something else. I don't know. I get real simplified rectifier vibes off this amp. Always have. Do I know when this is going to come out? Like when it's going to be released? I don't have an exact release date, but soon. Soon. We've already been reaching out to some creators about it, and but no, man, that sounds good. No, I don't know specifically. It's soon though. As you can see, oh no, you can't see. This is, or can you? No, I don't see it anywhere. This is a release candidate version, pretty much ready to go. This one's not giving me a lot of problems, and they know what they're doing there. So this amp has been remodeled. It's not just that they changed a couple things and just changed the cabinet section and the pedals and are giving you the same amp. This amp has been completely remodeled, completely reshot cabinets. The cabinets are not the same. Nothing is the same about this plugin as the last one. Nothing. The pedals are different. The amps are different. There's another amp. There's more cabinets. There's more tools, more tone shaping features, more everything, more resources inside the plugin to do as you need to do. Yeah, dude, there's also the core blade, the Hughes and Kettner. There's also the Hughes and Kettner core blade. And I'll be here tomorrow with y'all. And we'll be giving away a Hughes and Kettner core blade license. And I'm excited about that amp too. Not quite as excited as I am about Hector because I like Hector more. I like the amp more. The core blade is cool though. It's not an amp I was familiar with prior to the plugin. It's one of those. I don't think it's one of those kind of off the beaten path amps. But it's definitely cool. Yeah, man, this sounds good. Like really good. There's not even a pedal on this right now. I see the fuzz, and I'm going to use the fuzz at some point, but not right now. I'm going to use it when I have a second with... Second half, I've got a little surprise. Or do I? No. I'll wait for tomorrow for that. It's not even a surprise. I just finally fixed my Les Paul. I figured out where the problem was and what I did wrong, and then I undid everything and redid something completely different inside the Les Paul to simplify the wiring a lot. A lot. One thing about Les Pauls I hate the switch on the horn. I hate it. I hate it so much. On any guitar that's got a switch right here, it drives me bananas. Bananas. And true, this particular switch in this particular guitar does give me some issues. When I have it up here and I'm playing, I do hit it a lot. And that is the only downside about this guitar. The only downside whatsoever is that this, I kind of wouldn't mind if this was here and this was in between the two, or over here even, which could be easily enough done, but I wouldn't do it myself. I would have Daryl do it, but even then, I don't really want to do that. Just leave it as Shido. I'm sure Jeff Waters was a fan of the core blade. It's practically it is a practically forgotten amp. It really is. Is it not? Is it discontinued? Beefy. Tons of beef. So we've got the Laboga Mr.Hector Duo Master. And we're going to go head over to the clean for a couple of minutes. We'll go over to the clean. Let's go to the clean, see what we got here. I don't need the pedal on for this. Let's see what we got. Well then. Wonderful. Holy smokes. Tone! Really? You like my Les Paul that much? For reals? Really? I like my Les Paul. Well, it's not a Les Paul. It's a Studio Lord. Let's not insult the guitar. Call it a Studio Lord. And if you want to know the story behind it's fascinating, actually. If you were to look up the history behind lawsuit guitars and all the lawsuit guitars in the 70s, man, I fucking wish I had a time. I wish I had a time. I wish I was able to travel time. I wish I had a time machine. I would go back to the late 70s and early 80s, and I would with money from money from now, because the inflation, man. They were selling those guitars for so cheap. And they were built like tanks. They They weren't built like pieces of shit these days that you get for cheap. These were cheaper guitars that were being made for and sold for not that much money. And then eventually basically a whole bunch of companies sued a whole bunch of people in Japan. And I think there's probably still legal stuff going on to this day over some of that stuff that was happening with Ibanez. Ibanez, man, they started, as far as I've read, Ibanez kind of started as a copy company. And they made some nice stuff though. The one tone control. Really, H&K was bought by Thomann? Really? Today, guys, I'm drinking a Italian lemonade limonata from Crodo. These things are awesome. So good, dude. So good. So it's sounding nice and nice and crisp. Crisp. Do it now, crisp. Let's see what we got here. Really? Okay. Igor, nice to see you. Dropping in. I would buy a few Kramer guitars if I could go back. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Those things were also cheap and they were rad. There's a whole bunch of guitars I'd like to go buy, but I most notably would like to go back and buy like a Studio Lord, a Yamaha SG, but they're not. A Yamaha SG it does not look like the Gibson SG. It's weird. You can go here and just look it up real quick. Yamaha SG. They look like this. And these are pretty cool looking guitars. SG 2000. Gosh, that's a nice guitar. Dude from Matt Pike is well known for playing an SG, and that is why the SGs are so much more expensive than the Studio Lords. It's just mostly because of Matt Pike. Ooh, yeah! Volbeat's a weird band, man. Dude can sound like Hetfield, and then all of a sudden he's got his own thing going on, man. You don't forget Volbeat, though. That's the thing. He's got one of those voices you either love it or you hate it. Anyways, this is the Epiphone. Yamaha SG. Gosh, would I ever love to own that one right there. Just goodness me. Ah, man. I'd love to. Pedro, Igor, Kyle, hi. Kyle, good to see you. This thing crushes, dude. I prefer the Yamaha SG over the Gibson SG, to be honest. I like the look of Gibson SG, but we've had this discussion before where looking at a Gibson SG for me and playing one is a different story altogether. I've owned 3 SGs and they all felt like you were playing. Literally, it feels like somebody went out and took a fence post out of a horse field and put frets on it. It's just like it's like every Schecter neck. I'm not talking shit on Schecter. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're just chilling today. We're hanging out with a pre-release edition beta, and that's one thing that you guys are going to get to experience here once in a while is, there's secret plugins, and then there's also beta. And Aurora DSP is pretty rad about just letting it out there, man. Like, he gets pumped like we all do. Man, there's a nice verb, nice delay, and you have 3 different types of delay. You've got your slap, your analog, and your stereo, which is really nice to have. And then, like I said, you go from Mr.Hector. You can also go to the Beast. And the cleans are sounding mighty fine through this DMN cabinet. This DMN 412 is the low-key, like, This is like the low-key favorite so far. Let's try out a 421 in a cool position over here instead. And then let's bring this over to this side. All right, let's get back to... Actually, I want to go back to Mr. Hector and kind of crush for a few minutes here on this different cabinet setup. Anyways, Mark Studios, how the fuck are you? How's everybody doing? Once again, my name is Tyler. This is the AmpSim Show. And today, we've got a release candidate beta. And I am just doing my introductory pace. This has been in the works for a bit. There's so much cool shit that I can't tell you about coming down the pipe from Aurora DSP. I cannot wait until this stuff starts popping. And man, there's so many cool developers releasing cool shit right now. WaveMind is in about a month gonna drop probably the coolest fucking plugin I've ever seen. My favorite plugin of all time as of right now. There is no plugin that I've tried that I like as much as though this one. It's incredible how this is turning out. It is a signature suite for one of my favorite guitar players of all time. And then I will tell you that Aurora DSP is getting into the signature game as well. They are working with a particular artist that, man, when you guys see this or hear this or get to use this plugin, I cannot wait to show it to you. I cannot wait. It's signature effort, bass and guitar. Very interesting setup. I'm very excited to be able to bring that to you guys when it eventually comes out. Can't tell you the band right now. All I can tell you is that it is a brutal death metal band. I would call them. That's what I would say. I would call them a brutal death metal band. With old school tendencies. I don't know how to better explain it. When it comes out, I can't wait. Man, there's a lot of stuff coming out from Aurora DSP this year. They have, what can I talk about? You guys are aware of the drive-through series that was started with Serbies. And the drive-through series was never intended to just be one plugin. They just found that particular KSR unit so fucking awesome that they did a plugin all for that bad motherfucker right there. So pretty stoked about that. And man, there's just lots coming out from lots of developers this year. The RevStar is similar to the SG, but with more. I like the RevStar. I do. You mean, we're talking about from Reverend? I would call Ken a friend of mine. Ken is a wonderful guy. And Ken's always treated me with so much respect, even though I'm literally a fucking nobody. That's one of the coolest things about Ken Haas over at Reverend Railhammer, is that he treats everyone like they're a rock star. It's pretty awesome. The guy works with Vernon Reid, the guy works with Billy Corgan, and yet he still treats the average Joe with a lot of respect. And because you never know where they're gonna go. You know, always treat everybody with respect in business, unless they treat you with disrespect. And then, you know what, at that point, I would say just don't deal with them at all. Do I even have a... I don't even have a pedal on right now. Holy smokes, that sounds good. Nice. Whoop. Can it doom? We are going to find out in the second half of the stream. I'm going to bring a different guitar in here. We're going to find out if it can doom. We will find out, though. It's raining here, and also it's supposed to be a thunderstorm, guys. If the stream goes out and stays out, if the stream ever goes out here, conks out, always wait it out, because usually it pops right back in. But in this case, if we get a thunderstorm and the power goes out or anything like that, and I'm not back within like 5 minutes, it's probably that we had a power outage or something of that ilk. Hector? You always look at Reverend like Hector for grown-ups. I would like to know why. What do you mean? I'm going to ask you to elaborate on that. What do you mean by that? I need more context. I like what you said just there. I absolutely love Reverend stuff. There's a bass I really, really, really want from over there, man. There's a bass I really badly want. Let's do it. Let's go over to Reverend Guitars. Reverend Guitars. Let's go to basses. I'll show you guys the one I want. Oh my god, do I ever... Yeah, the Bass Hauser Fatfish 32 is the one I want real bad. I want this bass. I want this bass super bad. I can taste it. And they given me artist pricing too. They've given me artist pricing, and I just haven't... I've ordered pickups. They've given me some freebie pickups. Thanks, by the way. And you guys have seen them in several different streams where I've used the Railhammer pickups. But man, I want this bass. I want it super bad, guys. But then I'd have to replace pickups, even though I think the pickups are probably pretty mint in this. I'd probably leave them, actually. This thing looks cool as shit. Anyways, they got lots of cool shit, though. Lots of cool stuff over at Reverend. Let's look at their guitars for a second. Now that you got me all, like, hot and bothered. This is it. They've got a couple of blackouts now. They're starting to do blackout models. And boy, are they nice. Look at this fucking thing. Oh my god. I want it super bad. I want it super bad. This thing, you know, it sounds huge. It's got anvil in it. Was that an anvil and what? Pickups. Where is it? Pickups. Anvil bridge, chisel neck. Oh my god. This thing would decimate for Doom. Decimate with an anvil and a chisel. Oh my god. This thing would decimate for Doom. And man, that's unique too. Look at this. Cool little guitar with like a single P90 in it. That's pretty sick. I love the Reverend guitars though, man. I really do. The blackout models that I see them teasing online though are super. They even got one with a Floyd. They don't do a lot of guitars with Floyds. Look at that pickup selector. Right where it needs to be. Way the fuck out of the goddamn way. Way over here. Yeah, that's exactly where I want it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And wow, the Pete Anderson East. Oh my god. Look at that. Wow. Do I ever want one of those in black? Does it come in black? Hello? It does come in black. Oh my god. Oh no. I want something else now. I can't have any more guitars, but would you look at this fucking thing? Whoa. Oh my god, it's got a trim too. Oh no. Why did I have to look at that? Oh no, I'm gonna have to buy it now. Oh boy. Yeah, dude, I just found the guitar because I can't justify another bass around here. We can't justify another bass in this house. But boy, can I justify another Telecaster. Oh my god, do I want that guitar. Give me that Billy. There's which one, dude? Pedro, there's like 50 Billy Corgan guitars in here. Man, that was I can't take my eyes off that one. I'm so, oh my god. It just shows it in black right away. Where's the black? Oh, no matching headstock? Can you imagine if this headstock was black? Oh my goodness gracious. But still, that guitar is absolutely incredible. Pickups, Telebucker bridge. I'd replace that with a Chopper T. DiMarzio, Richie Kotzen Chopper T. And it's got a three-way switch. What's the three-way switch do? Is it wired that it does the thing, like where it does the P90 and the single coil? Three-way voice selector. Tell me more about the voice selector. You guys are like, man, is he going to get back to playing some guitar? I don't even know who... No, I do know who Pete Anderson is, actually. Now I'm looking at his face. Wait, hang on. What? Chambered body? Neat. So they put another route in here. I wonder if there's like a route to that. It wouldn't be hard to put one in. Interesting. Chambered body. I want to know more about the voices. Single pickup version. The unique three-way voice selector offers three distinct tones: bright, percussive twang, and full hot humbucker, fat round warmth. Man, I want it, and I'll just leave it as is. Good lord. I love that. That's great. Rafita Pepita, nice to see you. One of the man with, or the woman, I'm not sure. The person, the user, the fan, the subscriber with one of the funnest names to say. Rafita Pepita. I say that as a Schecter owner called Kyle. I love that people in the UK say called instead of named. That's great. I actually say that. And people look at when you're in North America and you say like, yeah, that dude is called Tyler. They're looking at you like, what the fuck did you just say to me? He's called. What do you mean he's called? Schecter's non-super strats like the retro thing, but minus the Apollon and Monster Energy vibes. Yeah, man, you guys literally just saw me my gas meter go from 0 to 100, so much to the point where I was bouncing. I am going to email Reverend about that guitar. That's it. I think I finally have to use their artist pricing to get something. Holy smokes, this sounds good. Sounds really good, guys. Let's try this with like traditional modern tube screamer settings. Let's bring this gain back and let's see what we got here. That's pretty tough, man. Then so basically what Daniel's saying is if you want a bigger, fatter tone, you're going to want to turn the master back to your traditional 2 or 3, and then you're going to want to turn your channel volume up, and it's going to be a completely different vibe. Let's check it out. What was that? All right, so let Daniel know we got a bug. Okay. Okay, weird bug. When I hold a note. I'm going to do this after. I started it, so I'll remind myself to do it later. Let's see what we got. Only on diode, though. Didn't do it that time. Yes, it did. Okay, so we hear it. You guys know we're using a beta. I've explained it. We're using a beta, a release candidate beta where we're trying to get the bugs out. And the thing is about that's tough to get bugs out is if you're a developer and you're working inside one DAW, that's not going to do it. You need to try that in every feasible DAW that you think people might be using. Every feasible DAW that you think your customers might be employing. You got to test it. Fucking test it. Or get somebody you know that has that DAW to test it through that DAW extensively. And testing something extensively can be kind of different just to people that have not done it. Let's see if we can find that woompy whoomp again. Tyler, Laboga Diamond Diaz has a problem with the noise gate. Goes from 0 to 2. Then that's something that you don't necessarily need to tell me. You got to send that to the company. But I will tell Daniel. Which DAW are you using? Are you also using Reaper? So it's only in diode mode that I'm getting that, though. Let's go back to diode. Almost sounds like there's like a loose connection or something. You guys heard it, right? Okay, perfect. So now that's I've also provided, I'm going to be able to provide a video and audio proof of exactly what I'm talking about. And this is going to be at roughly where in the stream? Where are we at now? Around the hour mark is where we encountered this. So that's easy. Daniel, watch the stream. Check out what happened. No problem. A lot of developers are sensitive about releasing things, but well, there's a bug in it. Oh, if people see the bug, they won't want to buy the plugin. That's why you got to tell people you're using a fucking beta. And if they hear that and somebody explains to them that, yeah, something's a little off here, they know that it's going to get fixed. And that is just how she goes. Is there's going to be bugs, there's going to be things that are going to happen for a bit, and there's going to be usually I would say like 2 or 3 updates down the road is when things are all fixed and things are perfect. I mean, you can test things as much as you humanly possibly can. You get 50 people testing it, and you could still get bugs at release. So it's just going to happen. 497, 3 more and we hit five bills, eh? Yeah, that's cool. I'm not a numbers guy. If I was doing pre-recorded content, we would have been over 1,000 subs by now, 1,500 subs by now, but nonetheless, it's cool. I'm not super concerned about the numbers around here yet. Holy fuck, this sounds good, though. Woo! Sounds good, folks. It's doing a little bit on tube as well. Oh, no, I'm on the diode. Not on this, though. Not on the tube. What's going on, Zeus? Nice to see you, my friend. If you are a creator and you like to create videos, get at me if you want to try this one. The AmpSimUniverse at gmail.com. If you're a creator out there and you'd like to try this out, you'd like to trade a demo for a plugin, now's the chance. Get at me, and if you've got, at least if your content looks and sounds good, you'll get a plugin. I don't care how many people you have. I care that you have good sound. I met this guy just the other day that just started. He's got 3 videos on Instagram, and he's got about 50 followers. And his content looks beautiful, and it sounds really good. And the guy, I guess, just got into it. You know, he said, I've got more spare time now. I've always wanted to do this thing. Went out and bought himself a decent camera, some decent lights, watched some YouTube videos of how to set everything up, and pow, he's making some content. And it sounds good. It sounds good, too. I wish I could remember this fellow's name off the top of my head. But I absolutely would trade content. I don't care if he's got 50 followers, because his video will help to populate a search history for a developer. And that is what you want. You want to have as much great looking content when someone hates Laboga Mr.Hector V2. You want that the search results to, you know, be populated by good stuff. And sure, there's going to be some, you know, some entry level demos that are out there. That'll be fine. And some pro sounding ones and pro looking ones as well. But being able to trade content with just somebody who enjoys what they're doing, it's super fun for me. This one is going to blow your mind, and then some, Zeus. So we're going to try the fuzz. I'm going to come back with a different guitar in a couple of minutes here. It's amazing to me how good this sounds with nothing. No pedals whatsoever. And it sounds like this. That's a weird. Yeah, there's fuzz. I'm gonna test out the fuzz in just a couple of minutes. 6 o'clock. Across the block. Yeah, guys, give me 2-minute break here. I will come back with a different guitar, and because this one's not really set up to do the doom, and we're gonna see, does it doom? Does it doom? We're going to find out in just a couple minutes. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Don't leave. We're going to be right back. I'm going to be right back. We're going to have a good time doing her. We're going to find out if this dooms, and we'll find out what else it does in general. All right, guys. Give me about 3 minutes here, guys. Cheers, all right? All right, let's kick some ass here. I have exactly what I need to test this, just to figure out, does this doom? Been playing around with Serbies. Hold up. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Been playing around with Serbies and what? And I think it benefit for... Yes. Yes. That is a talk that I've had. Serbies V2. Well, Serbies is actually going into drive-through, though. Keep in mind. And there's going to be a lot of stuff done. Drive-through is going to be a huge platform for these guys, fellas. It's coming. It's coming. If I had to guess, I would say that drive-through is probably going to be like August, September, maybe. There's a lot of development that has to go into it. It's not going to be an easy development at all. It's going to be very challenging. It's probably going to involve our team as well, rather than just me and Daniel and Merrick. It's probably going to involve and there's more people afoot there anyway, but that is going to be a very large platform with a lot of stuff under the hood. And that is one thing I agree with, though. It could benefit from at least the idea that there's a tube section there, maybe a cabinet upgrade. We'll see, though. All right, let's see what we got here, fellas. So we need to get to the clean tone. Let's go to channel select. Let's start with the beast, actually. Does the beast doom? So let's go to, I want to go to the clean channel. And I'm going to turn on the crunch on the clean channel. So let's hear it. Oh, that's right, I turned it off. All right, hang on. Out of tune a little bit. This has not been played in a little bit, so cut it some slack. Has not been played in a minute or two. A lot of my guitars just don't see the light of day unless it's a stream. I mean... Alright, that sounds pretty good. We're gonna wheel that. And... bring it back a little bit, and then we're gonna hit this fuzz. See what happens. All right, let's work with this pedal a little bit here. So fuzz, we're gonna anger. Let's go to Hector. Let's find out. Check. We're back. You guys have it? You guys have audio? So that crashed. That's okay. That's just what happens sometimes when you're using. It just happens when you're using a beta. So you and I have to I'll note, yeah, that crashed. No big deal. These things happen. This happens. I'm not bummed out about it, not in the slightest bit. Let's go back to what we were doing. So you just let, in that situation, you let the developer know, hey, I had a crash. This is what was going on. This is what I was doing when it crashed. It's not the end of the world. These things happen. All right, let's keep going. Oh! This is an intro. I don't know why I put it on here. Man, this riff's ridiculous. Hold on. Okay, we're back. Rudy, what's going on, dude? Just had a crash. Crashiotomy. And we're back now, though. What a riff, though. What a tone. Like, if you guys ask me what my favorite country tone would be, like, if we're listening to this, like, this is country tone. Listen to this tone. Jesus. This is so ridiculous. And it's from another fucking planet. Country guitar players suck though, right guys? Everybody knows a metal dude that thinks country guitar players suck, man. Country guitar players suck. Anybody that ever says that to you, pull out the name Johnny Highland. The conversation will change real quick. You'll get to literally watch somebody eating humble pie. And if you figure yourself to be a bit of a shredder, cool. I love shredders. I love shredders. But you know what? It would impress me if you learn this. Learn some Johnny Highland. Learn some Brad Paisley. What? Brad Paisley has a new signature guitar coming? Ah. Yeah, that really cool one, that last one, that Esquire really got me. Got me right here. How there's a pickup underneath. There's like a super responsive pickup underneath the pickguard. Mental. He sure is. He's half blind. Yeah. Hillbilly getaway music. Love it. Well, Brad Paisley has a song that is literally about like a getaway chase. And it really is. It's like, the riff is super hard. Like the riff is legitimately difficult. All right, let's see if we're back and see if we can do them now. This was my request, actually. This was my request from when we were talking about this initially. I was like, what about a fuzz, man? Like, this amp was kind of begs for fuzz. I never really had a chance to try fuzz through it, though, that often. Well, no, I did. I tried a couple of Lucas fuzz pedals. Another pedal that would kind of rip through here is an HM2. Kind of rip through this amp, man. Tyler, dude, with all the plugins you reviewed, dude, do you have like backup PC server on your main PC crashes? No. Nope, I do not. If my main PC, like, it's a pretty new PC. I get the feeling like I'll have some more years out of this, but if it goes, she goes. Get a new one. Start fresh. I should probably figure out how to back up my whole system now. So yeah, probably a good idea. All right, so I can get more fuzz out of this. What's the anger do? All right, guys, heads up on a potential crash here. No crash. I review a lot of stuff, and I do have a lot of stuff in, I don't have even 50% of what I own or what I have access to. Not even, I don't even have 30%. No, not even, I don't even, now that I'm like thinking more, I don't even think I have 25% of what I have access to installed. I have the stuff that I really like installed, and from the developers I really like, and with certain developers that I don't have access, like stuff where certain developers I don't get NFRs at all. Like I have to buy everything like everybody else. It's no big deal. So I wait for sales like everybody else. And I've bought a lot of plugins, but in a situation like Neural DSP, I used to get NFRs and betas and stuff from Neural DSP way back in the day. Then they got an AR guy that didn't really like me too much, and at that point, yeah, I buy like everybody else. But the thing is, it's a developer I really like to support as well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I guess I could install, and I have installed stuff on request. So if there's anything you guys don't see me use ever here and would love to see me use, just ask, and I'll see what I can do. Please do. What do you think, Seuss? Can it doom? I think it can doom, man. This thing sounds pretty good. This GL cabinet sounds really cool. It's like dark and throaty sounding. So if you were to mix that with like one of the brighter cabinets, which was one of the ones we were just using already. Let's try this one. Pretty good hang time on the fuzz. If you like Doom, and I do love Doom, but if you don't like Doom, Rudy, the first part of this, the first hour of the stream was for you. Because we pretty much we didn't do any Doom. I'm only jumping back on because it was by request. Can it Doom? I said, challenge accepted. I was only going to be on for about 60 minutes. We're going to be on for about 90 minutes by the time I'm done, and that's pretty cool. Actually, longer than that. We almost did 2 hours today. Well, ain't that some shit? You don't like Doom, Rudy? Thing is, I like that it's not completely fuzzed out. You know what I mean? There's still a bite and a chonk to it. I can see if you're a thrash and death metal guy, why you might like not be all up on the fight. Like, thing is, I grew up with, I think I grew up with Sabbath around the house, and that maybe got me the taste for the fuzziness. There's several bands over the course of time that just engaged that, what my love for fuzz, we'll call it. Fu Manchu is one of the early Caius and Fu Manchu I heard roughly around the same time. Bought those CDs, got really into both of those bands, and just kind of kept listening as I went. And I've always been a thrash guy as well, though. Like, to me, tone is tone. And I think I like about Doom is that it's just filthy. It's grimy, filthy. Like a lot of old thrash is just filthy sounding. It's raw sounding. That's what I love about Doom, is that Doom gives you that monstrous wall of sound. And it's always really raw sounding. Doom never sounds polished. It always sounds big, raw, and just right on top of you, loud, angry. I love something about a big sausagey fuzz pedal, man. I'm not even really getting that much sustain right now. I'm not where I would normally get from some other pedals, like the infinite sustain from some, but old thrash is tight, but it's still raw sounding. And that's one thing that I think there's a lot of crossover as well between Doom and thrash. Just like people that like grimy music. And then there are people that are like, then there's types of death metal as well that are way more raw than others, like gore grind and grindcore in general. Those genres are way raw as well. All right. Another thing that helps you get some sustain in this case is pickups. In this case, fuzz in general is made to sustain. That's the nature of the effect, is meant to compress and sustain what you're doing. How's everybody doing, by the way? Everybody having a good night? Good. Are you enjoying the tones that you're hearing so far? I am. So we've got Drive Mysterio. Let's take you to the screen for the pedals here for a sec. We've got Drive Mysterio. We have this fuzz that's unnamed fuzz, I think. I don't know. We'll call it the Daniel fuzz. This is an original creation, as is this. They're all kind of original creations based on little bits and pieces of other things. And so this one essentially, to me, just works like a bit of a booster, a treble booster of sorts. The fuzz pedal is really cool, really good. It pounds. Drive Mysterio, I think, could use a couple of tweaks. I think maybe a mini switch. I know he has said that it's kind of based off the Plume's first position in the switch, but traditionally the third position in that switch is where a lot of the metal guys use that. So maybe that's an option. I also kind of miss the unified preamp, which is this guy right here, which was in the first version of Hector. I kind of miss this. I kind of do in the dejunt settings. I do like them. I do like this pedal. But I don't think that 4 or 5 pedals is really doable. I don't know if that's a good idea. 5 pedals is kind of like maybe compacting things into the UI, maybe a little bit small. Yeah, man, the UI looks amazing. Well, I mean, I only used kind of kind of fuzz though. You know what I mean? Like it was the blend of the P90s into, what is the thing he was using? Was it a tone bender? What did he use? What was that thing that he was using? I think it was a tone bender. Was it a tone bender? Was it a tone bender? Was it a tone bender? I can't remember. But yeah, you're right. He never used fuzz. Although it's funny because a lot of people, when they use the Aurora DSP Laney Ironheart plugin, a lot of people go to that lead sound thinking that red and lead means death metal and tight compressed death metal. Then I had a few different people say to me like, man, that lead channel's whack. Like, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's an amp designed for Tony Iommi, and his lead channel is not what you'd call this the same old, you know, like compressed modern thing. Like, it's got that fuzziness to it. Range Master, that's it. The Range Master. Yeah. Eddie. I didn't see Eddie when Eddie came in, but Eddie, what's going on, dude? You know who knows a lot about Tony Iommi? That guy at Does It Doom. I've never seen such a super fan of one guitar player in my life. That guy is a crazy super Iommi fan, man. Apparently he used Laney because they were local and the only company who gave him free stuff. And man, did that ever pay off. I wonder how much money, if there was a dollar figure somehow, how much money do you think Laney made off of Tony Iommi? I actually can't think of another guitar player that they made a lot of money off of. Can you guys think of another Laney, like another Laney endorsed artist that... I mean, I know that Killswitch was with them for a little bit. I don't know a lot. Was he really? Gotta head out for speech. Cheers, dude. We're gonna be heading out of here in a few minutes anyways. We're just wrapping up. 6:30. I've been on here for a bit. Guys, what I can tell you here is that the Aurora DSP Laboga Mr.Hector V2 absolutely pounds the snot out of V1. If this sounds right, it feels right, it performs the right way. And then as a way of saying, here's more value, or sorry for maybe the last one not really hitting it all the way home, here's 6 cabinets, here's a new amp, and here's a bunch of different pedals. That's pretty cool. The Beast, really like the Beast. I think this thing is cute. It's little. It's just awesome. It's very meat and potatoes, and you don't have as much tone control as you might have with Mr. Hector. But this little guy this thing will pound the snot. This thing, as we figured out early on in the stream, this thing has lots of bolts under the hood here. Tons and tons and tons of it's just a really strong sounding little amp. So huge ups on that. Mr. Hector sounds awesome. It really does. It sounds deadly. Super, super deadly sounding amp. All of the cabs sound great. And that was another thing that the old one didn't have going for it, is it didn't have that great a cab section. This cab section sounds great. It really does. There's 6 cabs in here. They've all been shot really, really well. And I really think that they sound awesome. I didn't reach for my own IRs once today. Also really trying to get figure out my way around the plugin so I can start making some presets. So obviously I wasn't looking to bypass today, but man, all these cabs, 6 cabinets inside this Mr. Hector, holy shit. And they all sound good. So man, like this, when this comes out, jump on in. There will be a free unrestricted trial that you can be able to use and mix and rehearse with and have fun with. There's a ton going on in here. There's lots. They give you everything you'll need, including a really nice sounding EQ that you'd like. You can just take this bell. Oops. low cut, high cut, that is super handy to be able to have access to a high and low pass filter right inside the plugin, because now you don't have to bypass anything and put your own EQ in. You can just do it right here and then add your post effects as you see fit. That's pretty cool. I didn't know anything. I didn't really know much about Laney. The tube amp you can't. The tube amp you buy when you can't. Yeah, you're right though. The tube amp you can't. If you can't afford a Marshall, you buy a Laney. It's not like that in North America. The prices for Laneys are not cheap. They are not cheap amps over here. Yeah, and Laney amps, they are awesome in their own right. I always, I don't know enough about those amps. I really don't. I know the Supergroup. I know about that amp pretty well. I know about the Ironheart now that I've had, but prior to that plugin, I knew nothing about it whatsoever. So, guys, yeah, thanks so much for the Laney. Well, let's do more of that Laney discussion. Maybe we'll do a Laney stream someday. That would be fun. There are a few of them out there now. There's going to be more, as far as I understand it. There are going to be more. That's another thing you guys can look forward to with Aurora DSP in the new year here, guys, is analog gear, licensed analog gear collaborations. They have Laboga. Yes, this is true. They also have Laney. Also true. You're going to see some new companies coming in under the Aurora DSP umbrella in the new year here in 2025. I'm going to call it the new year. We're almost halfway through it. But yeah, it's going to be a really good year. The next calendar year is going to be wonderful for Aurora DSP. I could not be more lucky. I could not, I feel it's so much fun being a very, very, very small part of this company and helping them with some AR and presets and some other things. Very exciting because, man, just knowing about the things that they have coming up, them, and also knowing about the things that Nimberini Audio and WaveMind have coming up as well. Man, there's a lot for plugin users to love coming up. The high cut, you want to see it? Like physically see me do it? Sure. Voila. Here we are. Dun, 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 dun. My high cut is always to taste. My low cut here is usually going to be around 120, 120 or so. And then even then you're going to flex it a little bit in each direction. For leads, I will dial it up considerably to more like 150. But that's, again, I am not somebody, and I've never claimed, nor would I ever claim to be a professional mixing engineer, or even I am bare bones kind of guy. I've been doing it for a really long time. I have a very simplistic way of doing my thing, and I don't want to put myself out. If I was to put it out there, it would just get ripped apart by all the dudes that watched, like 6 episodes of Nail the Mix and are now ready to start their own studios. The Supergroup and the Kip are basically Doom incarnate. I'd have never heard of the Kip. Luke Bach, you're gonna get Luke Bach, you are in luck. Okay, so here's what I know. Thanks for asking. There is a plugin that you can get right now called the Flextron. Here it is. It's old and it's Windows only. It is still available. You can get it. This is going to be as close as you're going to get right this second. If you want right now, right here, this is based off a crate amp that was based off of that VH140C. So this is modeled from the crate amp. I don't remember the exact name, GX something or other. I have no idea. This is as close as you're going to get right this second. However, I want you to go and check out a product for me. I want you to go check out a product from This Heavy Earth. Okay, we're going to go together here real quick. This Heavy Earth. All right. All right. And I want you to take a look at this fella right here. I'm going to break some news for you guys. I'm going to break some crazy news for you guys. I mean, I was just discussing with you guys how in the next calendar year, Aurora DSP is going to be It's crazy that you asked that exactly when I was talking about it. It's insane, and I'm only gonna give up the goods right now because of this. But This Heavy Earth and Aurora DSP will be doing a plugin based on the Fleshrot 200 watt amp. It is a solid state amp that is 100% based on the VH140C, and as close as you're gonna get. This thing crushes, and it's going to have some of his pedals as well. If you look at some of his pedals, some of these are going to be in there as well. So check out This Heavy Earth. I'm dropping this news on you right now. You guys are the only people that know this news. So this is, this is coming, guys. And I can't give you any more information on it because I don't have any. That's all I know right now. I don't know when, don't know anything else. Also, now, Luke Bach, I also want to tell you that Aurora DSP has a signature, because you brought it up, they have a signature plugin coming out. The very first signature plugin from Aurora DSP is coming out this year, and it is going to have an amp inside it based on a sort of modified VH140C. That's all I can tell you right now. So let your mind run wild on who that artist could possibly be. I have no idea. I cannot confirm or deny any artist at this point. Not until there is something to physically show you guys. But because you asked, I'm just gonna drop it on you that This Heavy Earth and Aurora DSP have a collaboration that we are in the planning stages, not in development yet. It is in the planning stages right now, and it is going to feature this bad dude right here. Not only that, but it's going to feature the ability for you guys to be able to seriously customize the look of the amp, just like you can if you order one. Snakeskin, white snakeskin, purple. There's all sorts of British style purple. Very excited. So I hope that is good news for you, sir, because you asked and I provided. Hopefully I was able to answer your question. But if you're looking right now, if you want to get out there and be like, I want some VH140C tones to shred right this second, here's the best way to use Flextron here. Put it in front of an IR loader. Turn off this IR first and foremost. Just get rid of it. Take this reverb here, turn that off too. Forget it. Tube, you don't want it. Turn that tube off as well. Amp, go to lead or drive. One of the two. It's up to you. Go to lead. It gives you the 90s version. This right here, what you're looking at, is going to be very, very, very close. Use your own IR. And I would suggest using something like the dude from Suffocation uses a Vader, I think. But I don't think there are many Vader packs out there that are available. So you might want to go for just like a Mesa OS or just your favorite IR. Load it up. And then use whatever you like out front. No, I don't think a lot of guitar players used a lot of things out front of the VH140C. Had pretty good, we'll call it good distortion on the inside. But people still did use things like metal zones and other things through them over time. So hopefully there's a specific scooped. You only get with that solid state amp. Dude, you hyped me up. Not only answer my question. Well, hopefully you'll come back and watch more. Tomorrow, guys, I'm going to get out of here right now. I've been on here for a bit longer, but you know what? I got a great question, so I derailed the ending. I love answering questions like that. How can I get this sound with a plugin? That's when somebody says that to me, I'm just like, oh my God. We need to talk here, bro. There's certain things that trigger me into definitely conversing no matter what's going on, and that's one of them. So thank you for asking. Tomorrow, I'm going to be using this guy right here. Let's make sure we don't make any crazy sounds. I'm going to be using this guy right here, the Core Blade from Nembrini Audio. This is going to be, yes, I know, I got to activate it. This is it. We're going to be using this tomorrow. It's very interesting bird, this one. It's very unique. It is unlike anything else that I've used as far as, like, there's effects built right into the amp. This is sort of a kind of a forgotten amp. It really is. As mentioned earlier in the stream by Kyle, it's not really what you'd call like the top of anyone's list for anything. Maybe Jeff Waters has it high on his list. Who knows? But still, this thing is pretty cool. We're going to be using it tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about that. We're using this tomorrow along with your choice of Nembrini Audio plugins. I'll be able to use whatever you'd like. Anything from the Nembrini Audio catalog, I will be happy to throw it in a chain and give it a whirl. Okay? So that's me tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern Time. I will be here, 4:30 p.m. Obviously, I'm not streaming at 4:30 in the morning. But 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be here with Core Blade and some other stuff. Then on Saturday and Sunday, it is going to be anyone's guess. I have a very compact weekend, so a stream on Saturday or Sunday may not be possible, which is why I'm on today. So maybe not 100% sure yet, but if I am, I will be on around the same time as usual, 4:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m., and I'll go then. So guys, tomorrow is Core Blade, and we're gonna have some fun, make some probably some chugs. It has a pretty decent clean tone in here too, guys. So let's check it out. If you guys in the meantime want to hear some stuff from Core Blade, you can go back to our secret plugin stream that we did. This was one of the secret plugins that we went over. The second one, I should say. The first one is, man, I cannot wait to divulge more information and show it to you, but that one's going to have to wait. Anyways, guys, moving forward, I will see you guys tomorrow with Core Blade, some other Nembrini Audio goodness. I can't wait to jump on here tomorrow. Hold on. Terrence Jobs uses a PB6505 with a Mesa. At one point, at least semi-recently, I know that someone in Suffocation or at some point was using the VH140C through a Vader cabinet. I know the guy, one of the guys in Suffocation uses a Vader because they were going to rent it to Dr. Bonker's Sound Lab. And I remember the guy from Vader trying to put us all in touch, but it never fucking happened. So close. Okay, but Mark Studios, here's what you need to do with that. Email Nembrini Audio and be like, you guys really should do the warp. And just be like, man, and just go on why they should do it. Tell Igor and the guys and the folks over there why they need to do it. Nice. Guys, thank you so much. I will be here tomorrow. I can't wait. And man, going to be giving away a copy of that their Core Blade as well. So it should be funskis. All right, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want to, help us out with the old algorithm. Because I swear a lot, and I don't think they're showing it. I think a lot of people are not getting the notifications that I'm going live, and that's kind of annoying. It's kind of a bummer because a lot of people, like 2 or 3 people, which is a lot of people, I've said it in stream, and then a few other people have actually emailed me and said, man, I missed the stream, I was bummed out, whatever else. So make sure your notifications are on for us. Maybe they turn them off. I don't know how that works. Yeah, they use it whenever they get one. No, there aren't that many VH140Cs around anymore. That's the other thing, is there just aren't. And so modeling one is very difficult. I know I'm back into the conversation, but modeling one is very difficult. Like one of the originals, I know that Luca at Audiority has been trying to find one. He wanted to do one way long time ago. We, at the time I was working with Audiority and on the Solidus series. And by the way, Luke Bach, if you've not ever heard of Audiority, you need to boogie over there and grab the Valve State and the Solid State Randall they have. The Valve State is absolutely wonderful. Wonderful plugin. And he really wanted to do the 140C, but he just couldn't find one. Nobody sells them. People that own them are not selling them. That is the same thing is happening now with the valve states. But whereas 10 years ago, you could walk into every pawn shop and buy one. Then people got wise, and the legend was starting to proceed into like the new modern era. So people started buying them up for peanuts and putting them in their collections, and they're not going anywhere. So even finding a valve state right now is still going to cost you. I saw one for $1,000. $1,000 for a valve state. That's madness. Anyways, like and subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Well, cheers. We'll see you guys next time.
He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is so prestigious. Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Joe Hendry.